We are all set to go, as it'll be the Dragons of Tokyo taking on the Eagles of Paris.
The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9?
And they will elect to not bring this one out, as our first drive will begin at the 25.
Ready. Hey, green. Eagle blue. Red, yellow, green jack. Ready.
Here's Ritter now to throw on their first play. Got his man there, complete to Gallup.
A good start offensively. 15 yards on the game's initial play.
Well, this defense certainly knows they're going to have their hands full trying to slow down this passing game. Here's an example on the very first play from scrimmage. I think we'll see some different looks, maybe some pressure from different places, but it didn't work there, and it's a quick first down.
Going play action, Ritter. That caught by the rookie tight end, Luke Schoonmaker.
They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 12 yards there as they move the chains. And early on, they're picking up right where they left off last week.
And I know a lot of coaches say each game is its own. You don't really have carryover. This feels like carryover. So much confidence from the previous game that they're using to their advantage now.
First down, here's Ritter.
He's letting it fly for Cooks. And he bats it away, and it falls down.
And, CD, you look at this defense, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder because you know you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level, and sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play the perfect game. You're trying to be too precise, too fine, instead of just letting it rip. And I think that's more of a priority than trying to be absolutely perfect.
Ritter throwing on third down.
Caught by Allen.
And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. Third down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
Ritter on the fourth down try. Give him another one right back to Allen.
He will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on fourth. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there.
So the fourth down conversion has him inside the 40 now, 1st and 10. They'll go with Pollard here on first down. Down the sideline he goes. Touchdown! Tony Pollard, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Dragons are on the board first here this afternoon.
Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories, and you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do, and when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there, that nice opening drive, because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10
at their own 25-yard line. On play action, they'll throw. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
First carry for DeAndre Swift.
Not much there, maybe a couple up to the 35.
This defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
And the way they did it was by getting after the quarterback. Sacked him 7 times in that game. Came from all angles, created a lot of illusions, and especially just beat them man for man.
Well, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Defensively, they were all over that. When he decided to keep it, there were a lot of eyes just darted on him.
I wonder if he followed the progressions properly there. I think maybe he really wanted to run with the football. Turned out not to be the correct decision.
This will be taken at the 10. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And that will come the offense as they take over. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
Only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down.
Ritter from the gun.
He's got Allen. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Back to throw, Ritter.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Nakobe Dean
racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Looking for Allen. He's got him on the slant. A gain of 8 there on the play. And it'll be 4th down. After 7-0 on EA Sports. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away.
Devontae Smith deep to return.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And this will be taken at the 13. A great blocking, nearly sprung in there. 28-yard return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Just the one misstep for them in the first half of the season. 7-1 is the record at the midway point. And in terms of whatever power rankings you want to go by, they're at or near the top of the list in terms of best teams in the National Football League.
And for me, in my little bit of rankings here, I got them at the top. I know there's still 2 months to go, and we've seen teams get off to hot starts and then fade away due to injuries or the schedule or whatever. But unless there are a rash of injuries on this team, I'd be surprised if they aren't a 1st or a 2nd seed come playoff time.
63, 63, 63.
Hurts. Open man, that's Devontae Smith.
A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a third down. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
And he is going to have an Eagles first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches. The Eagles at 7-1 now on the year. And they've been cooking these last couple months. Winners of 7 of their last 8 games.
And as much as we hate to play this game, you know I'm going to do it anyway. Extrapolate that over a full season. What does that come out to, partner? 14-2. And anyone in the NFL, they'd sign up for that record, that's for sure.
The Eagle passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down.
Play action. Here's Hurts.
And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. DK Metcalf, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And we are tied at 7. So we'll leave it at 7 now as they kick it away.
Kevontae Turpin now from his end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Here's Pollard again. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Well, now hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Ritter looking to throw on 1st and 10. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. 12 more yards there and another first down. So the false start will back them up 5.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Let's go.
A false start backs them up 5. 1st and 15.
Right.
Ritter will set up to throw it.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. After the sack, oh, they're starting a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile.
Ritter off the play fake.
Allen's got it complete. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. They're going option play on 3rd down.
And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there.
I know they want to go for it here, and I know that their fans want them to go for it, but listen, I'm going to play head coach right here and look at the facts. Tie game. Plus, even if you get the first, you still got a half a field to go. I go ahead and punt the football myself.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
Hurts throw here taken in as he's able to find Goddard. Finding space at the 40. And he takes it all the way up to the 47. 25 yards there on the catch and run. They go play action with Hurts. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. Well, it's caught on the right side at Smith. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. The Eagle passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
As expected, he's gone to him several times in this game, but that's the first time one has slipped from his grasp. I'll bet he goes back to him, though. He's an excellent player.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Hurts. Targeting the out route, and he completes this to Metcalf. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Throwing is Hurts. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
If it was sunny, maybe this is a field goal attempt. But with the rain, they're going to go for it on 4th down. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. So after the 4th down conversion, now 1st and 10 inside the 25. Here's Hurts to throw. And he'll get this into the hands of Swift once again. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, this from 37. The kick by Elliott is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've hit halftime, just a field goal separating these two teams at the break.
Both these teams get a chance to dry out, maybe change their cleats if need be, but halftime's just about over. Time to get back to it. And for the call of the second half, here's Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it. But I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities. And I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
First down, and they go with Swift again. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Hurts sets up to throw it. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now back to throw.
Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line.
That is a tough way to start the third quarter. You get the football, hoping to drive it down, put it in the end zone, and take the lead. Instead, they give them the football.
And I think the key here is for them to not get discouraged. That is not how they drew it up, not how they saw it in their minds. But there's a long way to go in this game. You know, they've just got to find a way to come back one play at a time. Yes, it's a cliche, but they can get it done.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT.
22 needle. Ready.
Ritter with it after the play fake. That's to Schoonmaker, the tight end.
15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Running right, it's Pollard. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. 57 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
Ritter on 1st and 10.
And this is caught by Williams. Give him 30 yards there. And quickly they get to the line.
Looking to throw it here. Ritter. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete.
To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit. A lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Ritter to throw it.
Flush, fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And now, meanwhile, after the dust settles on the fumble, we've got an injured player here as well. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
But now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
A good action to this point in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's Swift.
And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. Trying to find some space to operate, and now they'll have it. A gain of 12, a big first down to get away from the end zone. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw.
Catch is made by Metcalf. Down the right sideline.
And he'll get this down to the 39-yard line. It's a big play there for the Eagles. 44 yards. So how about about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
On the option to give to Swift here. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that.
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by A.J. Terrell.
And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
So this offense moving the ball well, trying to open up a 2-score lead here in the 3rd quarter, but now potentially a play that could have big ramifications.
Yeah, you've driven the ball down the field. Things are looking up, but it takes just one bad decision to throw things off the rails.
Let's go now.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10.
Here's Ritter.
He's airing it out for Williams. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
The passing windows are just not there. And that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away.
That's returnable now for Smith.
A big boot that time. 57 yards, the official distance.
And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility.
And Hurts is intercepted, his 3rd of the game.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
So this whole game gets flipped on its ear right there. The interception, return for a touchdown, and this lead changes hands here in the 3rd quarter.
And it certainly felt like this defense had a read on what was going on the offensive side of the ball and said, let's cut down our coverage a little bit. Let's be in a position to make a play on the ball. And, boy, that sure turned out well for them.
The extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 14-10. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
And Smith not going to bring it out, so it's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Now, meanwhile, a final play here is incomplete, and that's going to take us to the end of the 3rd quarter of play. 3 quarters have come and gone. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Metcalf motions left. On second down, Swift. And he'll get about 3 out of that up to the 39-yard line.
Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
The offense on third down, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 7.
Hurts.
He'll find Metcalf. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. That'll put him at 96 yards receiving now for the game, and he's got a first down as well.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and we watch him drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that will bring up second down.
Play action. Here's Hurts. Goes right back to Smith again.
And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going, and right now it's paying off with big chunks of yardage as shown by that last play.
And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. Instead, it's incomplete. Boy, that really could have turned this one upside down.
Just because you've got the lead in the 4th, it doesn't mean you have to play it safe. I like the aggressive play call there to push it downfield. That time, it didn't work out.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again. He's got Smith here. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
It's complete to Brown, right side.
And he is going to have an Eagles first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift.
And he'll get this down only to the 18.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
2nd down, here's Jalen Hurts.
And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. DK Metcalf with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Eagles have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the 2nd extra point he's missed so far. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. Jordan Davis, just a monster on that play, stopping it from going anywhere.
I think we got to give it up for him right there. That's a heck of an athletic move for a big man right in the middle of the line. How about the play he makes there? Nowhere to run, and he finishes that one off for a loss.
In motion left goes Allen.
Ritter back to throw.
Caught left side, Williams. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Well, this offense hasn't been at their best here. They've made some mistakes. They've been frustrated. They've been largely shut down. But then you look up and say, wait a second, this is a one-score game. So they're still very much in this, and they're on the move here with a first down.
But they'll come up now. This is second and long. Ritter will set up to throw it.
His throw incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left.
Third and long now. Ritter able to hook up with Williams here on the out route. And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the first down. 2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the fourth quarter. But hard to catch your breath. Another big play looming. 4th and 3.
Yellow, go. Red, yellow. Green, jack. Red, striker. Straight.
4th down, big play. Here's Ritter. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. It's Nakobe Dean with a pick.
CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
Swift going to try up the middle.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down.
And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Facing a 2nd and 6 from the 8. Now Hurts looking to change the play. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And that should do it. He's got a first down. And the Eagles, they can run it out from here.
It's a gain of 6, and that ought to just about do it.
Some good strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
It's 1st and goal and a late touchdown at this stage. Could officially salt this one away.
Swift. Oh, he's going absolutely nowhere as he is hit behind the line.
Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game.
There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Elliott good with a PAT, and that makes this a 9-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Ritter.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Keely Ringo picks it off.
And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
So a nice play defensively by the rookie coming up with the INT.
And that's a late-round pick right there, making a first-round impact. And a lot of these day 3 corners, they end up winding up on special teams and sub-packages and even on the practice squad. But he's really made an impact on this defense, and he comes up with the interception there.
Hurts throw taken in by Watkins here.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
And he's got it. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys.